Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. We're on the 22nd of January, 2026. We're going to be doing more marathon speedrun prep for GDQ's Back to Black. If you're interested in info on the marathon, you can use the bot command !marathon. Nightbot should be given the information shortly. Right now, I'm going to be running Bloodstained Ritual of the Night Rando and Castlevania Aria any percent no 0 HP. The latter of which is a pretty recent development. But yeah, it was a backup run before, and now it's into the schedule. Check the schedule that Nightbot gives for more info on this exact times, which of course are tentative. Alright, with that out of the way, let's get started. I was totally not distracted on Reddit rather than streaming as my reason for streaming this late. Totally not. I'm glad I'm warming up right now. Yesterday was a good day for zips, but, you know, it can be an on-off thing, so gotta practice. Forgot to save. I wonder if only the advanced collection's like that. We're not going to go for very long today. Of course, because it's pretty late right now. At long last, Nightbot gave the link. I have trouble doing that last sip. So, yeah, that's probably going to be the inhibiting factor in getting good times for the time being. I'll get it eventually, though. In a good run. I shouldn't have done that. I really don't know what I'm doing in this fight. Hey, what's up, Retro Age? Reddit. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I can go ahead and post the link to that Reddit thread if you haven't already seen it. If for whatever reason any of you are not people that follow closely r/Metrovania. Using save states, how could you? You should run back every time. Oh my goodness. Speak. Come on. It's pretty early. In a marathon, that's fine. Doesn't matter that much. Obviously, if I'm going for PBs, that would suck. All right. Dude, there are truly so many people that like don't bother with like Metroid or Castlevania on that subreddit. It's unbelievable every time. Because notice how barely any people are bringing up like Soden or Aria or Metroid Zero Mission or Fusion as examples that have save points basically right next to where the boss would be. But everyone's talking about Hollow Knight and Silksong because those are basically the only games they've played. And for all the praise that Prince of Persia Lost Crown gets on the subreddit, it's very interesting to not see it being used as the example. So, yikes. My fingers aren't feeling super nimble right now, so I think we'll probably focus more on bloodstained today. We'll do runs very briefly for Aria. Yeah, that is true. Bruh. Oh, I wasn't holding left. Oh my goodness. Funny. Ah, those attacks missing is painful. Ah. Not locked in. Too busy thinking about Reddit. Yeah, let's get a run started. What in the world? Let go of up 4 too early. Hey, what's up, Gelman? Soma is greater than Simon. There, you said it. I think actually a lot of people would probably agree with you. I don't really have much attachment to the Belmonts. I definitely think Richter's a classic character, of course, but I don't really have strong attachment to him. On the other hand, Soma Cruz has a special place in my heart, you know? It's a sick MC and a sick game. This is a reset probably, but marathon practice, we gotta keep it going. But yeah, this is a lot of time lost in the beginning. Hope you're doing well, Gambling. We got some Reddit fun today. Check out the thread in the pin if you'd like. Sad. Yeah, I messed up the manip. Enemy. I was going to MTG Commander tonight. Oh, nice, nice. Let's go. Sounds like fun. It's going well. We had our goofy fun on Reddit today, and that unfortunately took away a lot of time from practice for me today. But it's okay. We're gonna resume Sekiro tomorrow, so hype. Yeah, Retrade knows a little bit about MTG, so I know basically nothing about it. I played it very little when I was younger. I picked up the Fire and Lightning deck, the all foil deck, and it got stolen at my middle school, so I no longer have it. Hey, what's up, Frau? Awfully up, or awfully early, or late? Not really. Hope you're doing well. What's up? I'm definitely starting the stream late, if that's what you mean. Ah. That room, when you do it correctly, is so satisfying. Oh, no. We were on Reddit, Fro, so that's why. Oh, this might not work. How am I ahead? Oh, this worked, wow. Yeah, how am I ahead? Won the world? Oh, you know what? My PB had a bad early game. But still, 3 seconds is pretty crazy. Figured as much, yeah. always is the case. Yes, yes. That thread was a lot of fun. I say was because I might have to call it quits. Okay. I guess I didn't wait long enough. This run's kind of toast anyway, but no reset. I put in the pin, the thread. I'm gonna just go ahead and get the save point here, which I would do in the marathon anyway. No, it was Metroidvania related, but technically it could be attributed to Souls-likes as well. Mm-hmm. Forgot I don't need that push anymore because I went to the save point. Owie. Would be a good fight. Okay, nice, nice. Comments, yeah, dude. Yeah, that's why we were so preoccupied with it when before the stream. Yeah, it's the Dark Souls 2. Yikes. That game is a game that I guess I'll be playing soon. Eventually this year. You're kidding me, man. I messed up the movement for this room. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I don't really expect to get PVs today. I'm just not in like the greatest nimbleness shape right now. Yeah, you gotta know your euphemisms well, you know. But saying meaningful makes it clear that it's still opinionated, you know, without people getting wrapped up over, oh, you were trying to make it seem like it's objective or whatever. Even though one person did say that, which was crazy. Can't believe people on Reddit did. Do I really need to say in my opinion before every single thing? A lot of zombie spawns, wow. It's because I got hit. Yeah, and it's going to be used for some podcast and stream content, so exciting, exciting. I'll probably look into setting aside a stream day for going over the comments in that thread, but it's probably better done in a podcast context. Problem with the podcast context is that we can't read everything. Or at least if I do it on my own, then I can read everything. I don't know what caused this particular post to get more engagement than the other ones I've made, but you know what? Everyone feels some way about runbacks, so that can't be denied. How am I saving time? Wow. Okay. Is my early game and my PB really that bad? That's crazy. I know my zips were good in my PB, so that will be hard to beat for sure. Come on. Peak entertainment. Indeed. Oy. Potion up. I don't think I would have died, but you know, you never know with that kangaroo. At least it saves the menu that I would have to do anyway. Yeah, I would definitely cackle a lot. Oh my goodness. I'm fine with that though. It's good to have a little bit of laughter in life. Okay. I got a good pattern. I messed it up. Oh my goodness, the pattern of like the last couple cycles was so good, and I just messed it up. So we're definitely gonna lose time here. Game is hard, guys. All right, moment of truth, moment of truth. Hello? Okay, not bad, I guess. That time loss is below. Oh, great. Well, I can still get past this run, but this is definitely gonna suck. It's not gonna PB, of course. At least the zips were not bad. Wow, yeah, this is first try zips, so unfortunate. This flying enemy is gonna be so big. Yeah, dude. It's a genius design. See, when Igarashi does it, genius. When Silksong does it, trash. It's okay, we don't need to finish that one. Yeah, Retro's making a game. I think the first one was too early. Yeah, today's just not my day. That's okay. Oh yeah. Mine is 0.9 despite getting the Merman Soul. It's pretty good. But I think my PB had a bad freaking skull split too. I think like basically my PB was just like not the best except for Balor and the zips. So that sometimes it's like that. We've got lots of time to save. That sucks. That actually sucks. No. Why did I pause? That was interesting. I was like, oh, I didn't get the backdash. Gotta pause. It's okay. Yeah, SNK is just complete toast, dude. I don't know. What a fall from grace. Fighting games? True. You know what? You're right. AI stuff didn't help. Yeah. Looking pretty rough for our former goats. Okay. Excuse me. Not exactly easy to pause during a speedrun, so I had to deal with what I had to deal with there. Beer claims yet another menu. Oh, I love this boss. That's awesome. Am I dead? Oh, okay. Okay. Boss is awesome. Great sword manip. Yo. 1 HP. That's so funny. Playing fighters games couldn't be me. Got a fighting game an hour ago. Oh no. Oh no. Which one was it? What was that? My jump got eaten? XKO. Okay. At least you didn't have to buy it. So that, you know what? There are worse circumstances to be in. But now you have to deal with the Vanguard, right? So that's even more fun in some cases. Yay, not. Not too familiar with the League, but a friend of yours wanted you to check it out. Nice. Yeah. None of the characters I'll be interested in are in the game right now, so I'm kind of not really closely following it, you know. I've been paying attention to the Caitlyn fanfare. Seems like she's extremely strong. Not surprising. That tends to happen with the newer characters they've released thus far. Why not your cup of tea, though? Come on. 12 characters is funny, but it is what it is. Dude, they had how many years of development, and the cast is that small for a tag game at that? Like, it's just insane. What were they doing? Siphoning Riot money? Yeah. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. That's what you were saying? Yeah. It just doesn't make any sense. But, you know, the game is basically being industry planted, so at this point, it can't completely fail, I guess. Monetarily, I think it can, but at least fanfare-wise, it can't. It's got the influencers behind it as well. Come on, turn around, please. Goodness. You're gonna keep it to yourself? No, you can speak your mind, don't worry. Ow. Okay, we're good. We had an extra HP buffer. What in the world was that? I don't even know what I did. Okay, last run of the day angle, maybe. Banned. Yeah, Retrage is now a moderator, so we can technically do that if you wanted to. Although I would encourage him not to. Owie. You got to react to like forward jump or back jump, which is pretty tricky. You love to scale? No. Free speech. No 2x KO hate in what is this? Bossing C. You have to explain that one to me. No! Okay, we're good. Oh, oh. Dude, I was literally about to miss like the last attacks to go into the phase transition. It was gonna be tragic. This is definitely a last run angle. Oh my goodness, dude. At least we got some practice in today. Whoa, 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 retro rage. You're good. Viewer only ruined one menu, so. Justice. Yeah. I had a little bit of fun when I played with Zenryuku at EVO 2023, but the game was way different back then. So, there's that to be said. Oh, yeah, I definitely did not get that reference. Yeah, I agree. Product L was a way better name. Dude, 2XKO, they're just coping with that being a supposedly better name. Like, what? Oh, Avatar reference, I see. Yeah, no wonder I didn't get that. Right, not the blue guys. Yeah, I gotcha. Oh? Oh? Aw. Yeah, I mean, I could still save 6 seconds, but I don't know if I'm consistent enough on Chaos to do that. We'll see. That is pretty bad. How did I miss that many hits on the blue guy? Actually, how your friend got into Magic, she loves Avatar. Oh, nice. Wow. Well, that is certainly something then. Yeah, we lost a lot of time. There's no chance now. Yeah, that is crazy. I wouldn't expect that to be the pipeline. That's insane. Oop. Okay, I'm about to die. Dude, imagine knowing what you're doing in this fight. Like, seriously? Oh, come on. Oh, I thought there was a ball there that I got hit by. That would have been crazy, so... Oh, there was a ball there. Oh, I'm dead. Okay. It's okay. I would have been able to pause if I was paying more attention. even more ironic because Fortnite is an MTG. Let that sink in. Oh, that's so funny. All right, we're done with Aria for today. Let's do Bloodstained and then call it. So just give me one moment to switch. We're all plants in the eyes of collabs. Yeah, the funny thing is, Vanguard has been doing so many Aria. Vanguard has been doing so many collabs lately, and they've been ridiculed accordingly, deservedly. That game having 50 billion different collabs makes zero sense. It's unbelievable. Like, I get it if it's like a Vice Schwartz or a Union Arena type of thing where like that's the expectation, it's a crossover of different series. But Vanguard was an original IP, and it was supposed to be at its heart like a game where it had its own exclusive units. And then they've got this like Bang Dream nonsense going on. And then recently they announced like like Yakuza or something. Wait, what was it? I forgot. They announced some like really whack collab during the 15th anniversary. How is Vanguard? Carve Vanguard? Do I play it regularly? No, not anymore. I do not like the game anymore. Well, I do like the game, but not the current game. And I especially don't like the company. The company is really bad. So those are a pretty awful combination. I'm not even playing the legacy format anymore, which I was playing for quite a while. I'm not talking about premium. I'm talking about G format, which is like an unofficial format that we've been playing in a separate Discord server. But even that one, I don't feel the same as I used to about it. So I think my Vanguard arc is over. It's okay. Everything comes to an end. Every good thing must have its deserved close. Pleasant close, hopefully, right? I would hope for it to be pleasant. Whack collab is real. Be like Konami, where their collabs are always some stank vanilla monster. I mean, yeah, I mean, the position Yu-Gi-Oh's in is awkward as well, but you know, at least it's a little bit more coherent with like stuff they've been doing recently, right? But Vanguard is just like a complete mess all around. I don't know what in the world they're trying to do. So, oh, come on. Let me type. Hopefully that looks and sounds good, guys. I kind of rushed the switch, but I think we're okay. Over? You're talking about for Yu-Gi-Oh? Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh? Yeah. Yeah. Nice, we got a Waystone. Yeah, I mean, they're trying to nostalgia bait now with like those retrains that have super nice looking art, but I don't know if that's gonna be enough to convince people that Yu-Gi-Oh is getting better about those things, you know? Because I personally think it might be a fluke, you know? They will do it once and never again. I also think Yu-Gi-Oh should just stop trying to have like all foil sets and all foil packs and reserve those for only collectors and alt rarities. Like the new Chronicles decks being all foil is actually super annoying because I have to deal with them pringling basically instantly. Literally out of the box, pringling. Oh, you're talking about Vanguard? Oh, yeah. I mean, Vanguard has always been like that, though. And it's just only been getting worse, so. Silver bromide. Yeah, I mean, the other thing is a lot of games don't have, a lot of games from Bushiroad just don't have long staying power, and basically Vanguard and Weiss-Schwarz are exceptions. Bushiroad has had so many games that have been failures, basically. Commercial failures and competitive failures, and no one really ever talks about them because it's been a while since they've ever, you know, it's been a while since they've even been around. I think Buddy Fight was the longest lasting game of Bushiroad's that is now defunct. If Yu-Gi-Oh can just make packs like the OCG, we'd be chilling. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Literally never gonna happen, sadly. You know, not all Yu-Gi-Oh or not all TCGs have power creep, but Konami, yeah, dude, really bad. The power creep is really bad, but they want you to think like, oh, we are geniuses or something. Look at how we make you. Look at how we make you have to play this new hand trap in order to counter the decks that we also made a problem. And wow, this new hand trap only works going second, but then it turns into a mini game of, did you open this hand trap going second? Oh, you didn't? Oh, too bad. Looks like you're gonna basically be sitting with the hand that doesn't do much if you didn't open your 5 mana, or if you didn't open your, you know, exact hand trap that you need for the matchup, basically. Like, it's just silly. Riftbound. 1 year, 10-year power creep. Oh my goodness. You've heard enough, bring back Chaotic. I heard that that game was actually trying to be brought back or something at some point not too long ago. Wow, the archetype is tier 0. Won't appear in the ban list till 7 months into the format. Yeah. Dude, oh my goodness. Did you see the ban list they just did? It seemed like it was decent, but honestly, like, I couldn't care less about Advance, so. It's one of those moments where it's like, sorry that happened, or I'm happy for you. My exact reaction was, wow. Droll to 2 is something. It is a Master Duel kind of hit. It's pretty funny, I guess. Droll to 2 will definitely convince people to not play it, right? Totally. It's just a comedy bit Konami's running with that ban list. Addressing actual problems? No. No, we gotta sell the next set. So, bye-bye, yummy players. And, you know, hello, branded. That new Albaz card is absolutely nuts. You've heard enough, unban Maxi. Dude, Molcharmi Fulos is literally Maxi, and people are like coping so hard about that card. I legit cannot believe it. It's unbelievable. It's Maxi that feels even worse when it has no impact, because literally, like, after, like, if it's in your hand going first, it does nothing, so it's a dead card in hand. And if you're going second, like, it's very nice, yeah, but it's how to say it, like, it's only as good as the exact deck you're playing against. And there's some matchups where one of the Molcharmis is like not good at all. And if you don't open it and you really need it for that matchup, then you're just gonna be in such an awful position. Like, it's literally Maxi for all intents and purposes. People are like, oh, it's fair because, you know, it only activates up to the number of times your opponent has, or like it only lets you keep a number of cards plus 6 equal to the number of cards your opponent controls, but that literally never comes up. And the control no cards part is definitely prevents it from like MSi like being like an inboard piece where, you know, the case of MSi is like if it's an inboard piece for the player going first, it's just trash, right? But Fulos is literally like functionally the same for the decks that it's good against, right? The decks is good against, you will be drawing a lot because they always have like effects that summon from deck or summon from extra deck, right? So you're basically gonna be, it's basically the same as MSi, like at that point. Like there's literally no functional difference. Wait, what is this? What is this on Retro Rage? I think I have to farm Bone Mort, so in defense of excuse me, Mulcharmy, it's such a bad feeling when someone makes their full board and then MSi's on your turn. No, definitely, yeah. I mean, that is definitely the worst part about older hand traps, is that you can basically use them as an inboard piece, right? Like you have Droll, you make your full board and then you have Droll, or you make your full board and you have Ash. Like actually, that's where those hand traps are like at their best. But you can't really make a hand trap that's like literally the same thing as MSi, like for all intents and purposes, but just says you can't control any cards. Because, and then it says also twice per turn. Like why are the Mulcharmies twice per turn as well? Like what? I actually think it might have been okay if they didn't say twice per turn. But twice per turn is just incredibly silly. Like what? Like they just randomly decide, like this whole hard once per turn thing was actually kind of making the effects a little bit more interesting, because you know, if you could stop something, then you know they can't do it again. But then they started randomly putting like twice per turn stuff on like random cards that they decided they wanted to be good. Like the new Cool Tune quick play is a twice per turn for whatever reason. Like what? I mean, that deck is just made to be good for Genesis, so it's very blatant. Oh, nice. Dimension shift. Wow, okay. That's a pretty lucky farm. We definitely love to see that. I've not been commenting much on this actual run because there's not really much to say. But obviously, Dimension Shift is great.
Dimension shift.
Not wrong, just like when the Mulcharmies are dead in your hand, if you have a board or a card in the field. Dude, yeah. Like, that always feels the worst, dude. And sometimes the opponent during their combo will give you a monster. So then you can't even use Fulos, right? Obviously, they're like, oh yeah, just use Fulos before they give you the monster. But again, the best way to use Fulos is to like not shotgun it. You should wait until you know that you're going to get value off of it, similar to how you'd use MSi. Unless you just know for sure that they're going to do it and they have no other play, right? But you can only really know that going into game 2 and 3, so.
Dimension shift.
You just really like the dashing in this game? Yeah, it's definitely cool. And it's a lot easier than it is in the previous games, the previous Igarashi games. This is probably the easiest game to backdash cancel in, I would say, out of Igarashi's games. Oh no, okay. Someone said you can hold down, and I'm like, huh? You definitely cannot hold down, but it's still really easy. You can just literally like, you can just backdash and then tap crouch every time, and it's really easy. It's not that slow, because with the backdash canceling, it's not about how fast you do the inputs. It's actually about your like rhythm, your timing. So if you get some good distance in the backdash and tap the crouch button, then you'll be fine. You'll still go pretty fast. Very nice. Chisel Barrage is good. Yeah, the other thing is like, I think most of the time the hand traps that feel good to use going second are the ones that are like complete blowouts, right? Like Droll, because you know you just get to stop your opponent's whole turn against the decks it's good against. Like Nibiru, where if you time it correctly, then it just ends their turn, right? And you're like, oh, I feel so good, I can play going second, right? But cards like Nibiru like have a little bit of thinking behind them, right? Because you have to decide where you want to use it. If you use it at the end of their combo, like just before they go to end phase, you might have already missed your opportunity to Nibiru, right? But if you use it early, they might be able to extend and still make their board through the Nibiru. So it's like a consideration you have to make, you know? Whereas with the Fulos and all the other Molcharmies, and even for Droll, like you literally just activate it, right? Like Fulos, the only decision is like, oh, do I do it like right away, or do I wait until they activate an effect that summons a monster from deck? Like that's not a real profound decision tree there, you know? And Droll, you literally just activate it new chain after they add something from deck the first time they do it. There's no thought for that card at all. Even a controversial card like Ash Blossom has a little bit of thinking behind it, but obviously that's still a strong card, especially because it works as an inboard piece similar to the other old hand traps like Veiler, like Ash, like Ogre, like Droll, because they can work when you're going first as well, which is pretty goofy. Oh yeah, how do you feel about the Dominus hand traps? I was actually just about to mention Impulse. I think Impulse is too strong. All the other ones are kind of fine, to be honest. None of them are like insane, but Impulse is like literally good against every deck. Impulse, if your deck can run Impulse without any hindrance, you should literally always run it, which I think to me is like a sign of a card being too overtuned. Ow. Oh, haha, get bodied, Zangetsu. He wasn't enraged to hit me with his parry. You played Opion Dominus? It's skull emoji, have fun playing the game. Dude, Odeon going first, if you don't have hand traps, is like, oh my goodness. You could just die on the spot. Yeah, Dominus Impulse is too strong. What are the other ones? I can't even remember the other ones because Impulse is just the one that stands out to me the most. The one that the new one they made is kind of whatever. It's like what, banish a card, but then they could summon from hand if you activated it without a trap in your grave. Purge, yeah. Oh, Purge is the one that bounces, and then the new one is the one that banishes. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Dominus sounds nutty. Yeah, I think they're fine, honestly. All of them are fine except for Impulse. And for some reason, Earth, Water, Fire can't even use Impulse. Like what? So they allowed Wind, Light, and Dark to use Impulse. And like Light and Dark are two of the most common attributes in the game. Excuse me. Wind is not uncommon either. Like it's not common enough compared to Light and Dark, but it's not uncommon.
Dimension shift.
Yeah, Impulse is too strong. Spiral. Oh, Spiral. Okay, you're right. What does Purge do? Because I guess Spiral's the one that bounces, but then they can summon from graveyard or something like that. You don't have a trap in your grave. Zangetsu. Oh, we're in go mode right now. Okay. Well, we technically do have an in-game compatible shard, but this movement is not amazing for in-game. So I'm gonna definitely farm still. There's a guy in your locals that still tries to make Wonderies work. Oh dear. In advanced, I'm assuming, right? Oh yeah. Radiant Typhoon has some win cards. So they can... I don't know if all their cards are wind, but they definitely have some win cards. I think they can play the game if they're locked out of some other attributes, but still had wind. Nice. Oh, okay, we're set. We're set. We've got endgame compatible shard right there, fall Tyab. So we're just looking for some movement, and the movement's even it's optional. Healing would be nice too, but definitely not something we're 100% needing to find. Hey, what's up, Tactical Mind? The thumbnail is by... Sorry? The thumbnail is by whom? I might not be understanding what you're saying. Skull necklace. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Mulcharmies at all. I'm not a fan of Droll. I like Nibiru, but the sad thing about Nibiru is that pretty much all the good modern decks are made to play around Nibiru, or built in a way where Nibiru doesn't matter. And that's been the case for pretty much all the kind of classic hand traps. Like Ash. I shouldn't say classic, like famous hand traps. Like Ash, like Nibiru, you know. Droll, on the other hand, I mean, they've kind of been making decks that play around Droll, but not entirely because, well, I mean, yeah, they're making cards that save place from deck, or, you know, they're, yeah. Special summon from deck, which plays around Droll as well. The place from deck stuff is kind of goofy. But then, you know, they're just gonna make another hand trap that says, if a card says place, then you negate it. And people will say it's bad, but that'll probably still see play. Oh, okay. Yeah, the thumbnail art, yeah. Wow, someone reading the description? In today's YouTube age? Unbelievable. Brings tears to a streamer's eyes. I put my heart and soul into the descriptions. Sometimes, not all the time, but it's pretty funny. I actually never expect anyone to read the descriptions these days. But yeah, I gotcha. That is what you were talking about. How do I feel about archetypal hand traps? Like Dracotail and Havnus and Canine. The Canine one is goofy. I don't like it. Nice, we got invert and high jump, so we're chilling, you guys. We're chilling. We can just go straight to the end of the game. We've had so many seeds back to back that are like actually really good marathon seeds. But yeah, how do I feel about the archetypal hand traps? So I've never liked Tearlament. I pretty much detest Tearlament with all my being. So that's my statement on that. Dracotail, I'm just talking about Flymena. So Dracotail is an interesting one. I don't particularly like Dracotail's power creep. We'll go this way so that we can skip doing the rooms above. I don't like Dracotail's power creep because the resource loop is, I think, is a little too good. People say it's fair, but like it gets its traps pretty consistently, all three of them. And one of them is a spell negate, which is a big deal in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, if you're trying to go engine on engine, spell negate is kind of going to be turn ending a lot of the time. If you have to contest other stuff in the hand. And also, the fact that, I mean, I do like the idea of letting engines contest each other. Instead of it just always being about non-engine. But I think archetypal hand traps like Fimeta or whatever like only work if all the decks have them, which they're never gonna do. Like if they're gonna give decks turn 0 plays like Vanquishal type thing or K9 type thing, and all decks don't have them, then the older decks are just gonna fall behind because they literally cannot play through a Vanquishal Holisu coming down on their own turn, or a Fimeta bringing out Arthalion on their turn, you know. I mean, obviously the argument people make is like, oh, you shouldn't be playing older decks to begin with. Oh, I don't need to farm this. You shouldn't be playing older decks to begin with. You should be playing the newer decks. The newer decks are what Advanced is all about. Right, but the only way turn 0 hand traps are actually good for the game is if all the new decks have them. Otherwise, the old decks that have the turn 0 hand traps are just always going to be good. Which is the predicament we were actually in with this format, right? Like, look at how good Vanquishal would have been if they didn't actually hit the Vanquishal archetype stuff. Same thing with K9 stuff. Like Vanquishal, K9, and Dracotail, when they're unhit, those are just the best options. And the only reason why there was like other room for decks to be experimented with is because Habakiri is such a dumb custom card. And even that card is being hit to 1. So, you know, if they didn't hit the Dracotail stuff and hit Holisu, then, you know, I don't know if the new decks would even be played. Like, even with Radiant Typhoon's not even being considered for Advanced right now because of, you know, how good the current decks are. And a lot of those decks have turn 0 plays except for Yummy Mitsurugi, which uses a custom card to win the game, so that doesn't count, you know. Imagine if every deck had a Habakiri. Like, obviously they'd be playable. So you're starting to see them steer in that direction. So many decks can play turn 0. Dude, Cooltoon has the turn 0 play, but it's not as stable from what I've noticed. But when they do have it, it feels so bad to deal with it. Because the interruption they get off of that, depending on what they also have in their hand, is like super hard to deal with. Obviously, I'm talking from the Genesis perspective, because Cooltoon's not amazing in Advanced, but it's still a relevant thing to mention. Typhoon just needs one more wave of support and you'll see it way more. I mean, the new support that's in Burst Protocol is probably enough to get people to try it out, right? I would say so. And that's why they had to hit Featherstorm. Because imagine, if Featherstorm weren't hit in this ban list, then Radiant Typhoon would just cringe on people pretty much. Yeah, I mean, I think as a general idea, it's probably okay. But over time, I don't know if I really agree with turn 0. Especially if not every deck's going to be getting it. Chance to preemptive hits. Oh my goodness, dude. Oh my goodness, yeah. Okay, we're going to need this because I have like no defense right now. Because I have no armor. I mean, I did get armor this seed, but I haven't put it on. Also, okay, so Fall Tab win condition, right? But do we even have Ether available? I might have to just farm still. I don't think we can go right away. Also, I'm so exhausted. 1 second, let me get some water. Oh, I forgot I have water right here. Thought I had to get up for it. The recent ban lists have been so surprising. Like, I didn't think they would actually kind of hit the problem stuff people were thinking of, but it's clear that that might have been a little bit of a bait with this recent ban list, because the recent ban list was very clearly aimed at selling the new product. So all along we were being tricked, you know. Okay, There is mocha oil. Do I have a flour? I don't have halite, so that doesn't matter. I do have flour. Halite's always the tricky one to find. Because in the randomizer, you don't have it available in the shop. So you gotta find it from some like blue chest or a drop or something. So I'm gonna unlock the Den of Behemoths, but we're not gonna. I mean, I can go there. This is fall tab practice. We don't have to finish the seed per se. We just get the practice, you know. Growing up is realizing that companies won't nerf new products till they squeeze out enough money from it. Yeah. No, it's definitely true. It's 7 Leroy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Major yikes. Yeah, but I've only been playing Genesis lately, so this is the final boss. It's the final, the second to final area for the true ending. That got you thinking, imagine nerfing something people paid for. Yep. Welcome to the world of Konami Digital Entertainment, or whatever company manages Yu-Gi-Oh! I think it's called Digital Entertainment. Yeah. I will say, like, Genesis, I think, is the right idea. But obviously, it's not in its best form right now. And a lot of people have issues with it. And the problem is that Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are not interested in alternate formats, really, if they don't get, like, quote-unquote prize support or whatever. So not a lot of people are playing it as there otherwise would be. Kind of a bummer. Money. Don't care about money. I'm trying to make something with the new spellbook card and the charmers, but I think I gotta wait until the next wave of support. I can make it like a kind of an Xyz pile a little bit. That one's gonna have its own major. Yeah, it is, but like it's how to say it. It's gonna be a while until then, probably, you know. Okay, it's not gonna be a while. We already know it's gonna happen, but do we know what they're gonna do to address players' concerns in the long term? You know, we still don't know the long-term plans for the format. What deck? Charmers with the spellbook cards. You know, like Familiar Possessed. Really bad deck, but it's gonna get new support pretty soon. That's gonna be good. I don't know if the new support will make it actually good, but the new support at least is good when it comes out. The support we have right now is the Chronicles deck, so the deck still isn't amazing right now. The branded Chronicles deck was much stronger, but that's just because the branded cards are good. Shout out to the Charmers. You have a friend that has a soft deck for Charmers? Oh, sick, yeah. soft spot. Yeah. I just like the spellbook archetype, so that's pretty much why I'm trying to bother with it. Oh man. Well, I think we have enough ethers for sure. Do we have enough healing? That's another story. I don't know. I mean, this is going to be good full tie-ab practice regardless, so it's okay. And we have high jump, we have invert. It's not going to be the worst, you know. Ow. Konami can make ice barriers coherent. They can make anything decent. True. True. Took long enough for ice barriers to get some decent cards. Kind of see the appeal of digital card games like Yu-Gi-Oh! All because you played Peaks of Prestige in Wuthering Waves. Nah, Yu-Gi-Oh's pretty trash. You don't have to excuse for us. Yu-Gi-Oh's pretty trash. It's all copium. I only got back into it because of Genesis. Genesis is still in the cope phase right now, unfortunately. Even though foundationally it's good. Okay, I mean, yeah, this is the best we've got. Yeah. Yeah. Bruh? What was that? Literally, what was that, dude? Yeah, nah, Yu-Gi-Oh's trash. Yu-Gi-Oh's trash, I'm sorry. This boss. Okay, nice. That was not bad. I mean, could have been better, but it was fine. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh's carried by the legacy of the IP, because the modern game is pretty bad. I want to make a video on talking about it, but I haven't gone around to thinking about how to coherently string together my thoughts, you know? It's a difficult thing to do. Okay. Give me an ether. That should be good enough for now. No shot, dude. Really, man? Really? Okay, you know what? You know what? You know what? Sometimes I hate using fault tie-up, dude, for this boss, because the angles are so crude. thank you, Silver Knight. I literally would have gotten hit there. That's so messed up. Yeah, the aesthetics of Yu-Gi don't appeal to you? Yeah. Yeah.
You leave me no choice.
Oh, Silver Knight, the GOAT. Oh my goodness.
Pray while you can.
Actually the GOAT. Actually the GOAT. When is this boss gonna die? Bruh. Okay, I think we have fried fish. We're fine. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, it opened Epic Games. So funny. All right, GG's. All right, we're gonna call it there. Yeah, I just started this run not long ago. Yeah, this was a quick seed. Game's done quick. Oh, so why did I take a screenshot of a black screen? That was not the intent. We need to book the seed. All right, that is gonna be all, folks. I know, shorter stream, but I started pretty late and I'm getting tired. What is that gauntlet Metroidvania called? You always forget the name of Burnal Edge. Sekiro. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Gammon. Have a good one. Folks, we'll resume Sekiro tomorrow, speaking of which. Don't forget again to check the schedule for the marathon that I have been practicing for. !marathon. It's going to be Bloodstained Rando, which was what you just saw, and also Castlevania Aria Star 100% no 0 HP. Hope to see you all then. Catch you all in the next stream.